by the power of Grayskull.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Vintomania channel. I am at 600 subscribers at the minute, so thank you very much for everyone who is subscribed to my channel. Apparently I've got over 50,000 views on my channel, which is kind of insane. So this is kind of going to be a talk about a certain comic, but before that I am going to be doing a 600 subscriber giveaway. The prize is yet to be determined. Chances are it'll be a case of, if you live in the UK, you know, you can get something from Book Depository or Forbidden Planet, something like that, the value of £20, and the same for the States. It'll be from Book Depository, so you can get like a book or whatever, and I will pay for that, or Amazon, and get that shipped to you. So what did you have to do, you ask? Well, last time whenever I hit 500 subscribers, I did a giveaway and you had to talk about something to do with your childhood. Now, I would like you to talk about your favourite cartoon growing up, and I would like you to talk about your favourite TV show as an adult. So I would like you to talk about those two things. If you have stuff to do with either your favourite cartoon or your favourite TV show, show them off as well. That's what I would like you to do. Just make a video about it. If you make a video, you'll get double the entries, so I'm not going to do like you'll get 10 entries. I'm just going to do it that you get 1 entry if you leave a comment, or you get 2 entries. Pardon me, you get 2 entries if you do a video. If you tag just at Vinto316 and post it on Twitter so we can see it, or if you leave a comment down below on this video saying that you've done one, I'll click on your link and find the video, and then I'll watch it and write everyone's names down. So yes, favourite cartoon growing up, favourite TV show today, and tell me why it's your favourite TV show. Speaking of favourite cartoons, whenever I was a kid, this arrived today, which is the He-Man and Thundercats crossover by DC. I don't think I've been so excited for a comic for quite some time. 2 of my favourite properties combining together, and of course I didn't just get one. Well, I actually got 3, but the other one hasn't arrived, and I got the comic book, the colouring in book. So this, I'll actually show you what the villain's side will look like. So kind of does a wrap around, so it kind of looks like that. You can see that. So obviously I'm getting this one here in colour. There was some damage done to them or something, so they're sending them out next week. So I've read the comic and I'm going to talk about the comic. So obviously He-Man, Prince Adam, lives in Eternia, and it starts off, oh by the way, there's going to be spoilers in here, so if you haven't read it, go and read it and then come back. Thanks. So it starts off with Mumm-ra, and the ancient spirits are talking to him, saying that there's an ancient sword of power which would rival Lion-O's sword. So the ancient spirit said you'll get whatever you want, and he says ancient spirits are evil, transforming this decayed form into Mumm-ra, the ever-living. So then it goes to Eternia, wherever Prince Adam says that he's late. He's meant to be getting some thing from his father to say that he is ready to bear arms, and he's 18 minutes late, or 17.36 according to Roboto. But you see loads of people in it, so you see like Ram Man thinking, Manny Faces thinking, Buzz Off, Stratos, etc. And they're talking, and then there's something up in the sky, and it's Mumm-ra kind of coming through to Eternia. So there's people who are in danger, and Orko says he saved them, but you actually see Extendar and Snoutspout, which is really, really strange, because I don't think you've ever seen them in like a comic book or the animation, especially. You haven't seen them, the likes of Extendar, etc. Prince Adam goes to put his sword up after rescuing his father, and the sorceress comes down and says, don't do that, because somebody knows where that sword is and they're going to come get it, and I'll take this back to Grayskull. And then the sword goes through Adam's chest, and it's not the sorceress at all, it's Mumm-ra. And mumm-ra is basically trash talking to Prince Adam. Prince Adam's going like, yeah, I've never heard of you. And then he mumbles something and he goes, oh, what did you say? He goes, I have the power, and transforms into He-Man. So then basically his sword, you know, like his wounds healed, and him and mumm-ra are fighting. And then the sword, he has the sword in his hand and he vanishes, and then ends up with the end panel of Skeletor with the sword and mumm-ra's heads, like headpiece, just sitting on the floor. So all in all, I'm really pleased with the art on it. Took a bit of getting used to, but anything with He-Man, I'm just gonna, you know, lap up. So I really enjoyed it. I will probably be doing reviews for issue 2 and going forwards, because it is such an important comic book to me. So yeah, if you haven't picked it up, I would advise you do so. I had this on pre-order for quite some time, and already I've seen the eBay prices that are going way up. But another one I wanted to talk about, right, is, no, not this, but this is my Walking Dead encyclopedia. So anyone who's ever held one of these will know how big it is. This is my He-Man and She-Ra complete guide to animated series. You can see how, you know, it's such a heavy book. It's such a good book, but it's such a heavy book. This is done by James Eatock and Alex Hawkey, who James Eatock did the majority of the He-Man stuff, and Alex Hawkey the She-Ra stuff. But there was a book. Let's see if I can grab it without wrecking the place here. Oop. There was this one here, which James Eatock brought out several years ago, which is the unofficial cartoon guide to He-Man and Master of the Universe, but it's all text-based, so it tells you like who wrote it, who directed it, and all that kind of stuff. So this is kind of like that, but with pictures and things like that, and you know, so you have, let's see, so you have various bits of art, like storyboards, you know, so you can see Orko and Uncle Montork. Why I remember that name, I don't know. So you have, I'm trying to get the good, not that they're, you know, here's, you got stuff to do with House of Shakoti, which was the only two-parter in the series. But yeah, he talks about different things, you know, like memorable quotes, trivia, bonus things, deleted scenes, reviews, morals, synopsis, and then he gives it like, so for example, Tails' Trial, he gives a 2 out of 10. To The Witch and the Warrior gets a 7 out of 10. I know Star Child is one of his least favourite episodes. Yeah, so you've got here like 9 out of 10 for Origin of the Sorceress, so like just various different things about that. Oh, you've got different things here to do with Cobra Khan, Web Store, and obviously He-Man. But yeah, it's just, if you're a fan of He-Man, or if you're a fan of like nostalgia and things, this is such a good book. I mean, there's like some other art and things like that, and it's just so beautifully done. It took a while for this to come. That's no fault of his, but it's a case of the place I ordered it from said it was in stock, then it was out of stock, and I had to wait for it to arrive. But it just chronicles everything. And I remember years ago that he was saying that him and Alex were working on a She-Ra book, so I don't know whether this was that. I would imagine that it would be, but you know, it even chronicles the likes of the Christmas special, abandoned episodes, approved He-Man premises, rejected He-Man premises. So like one will go with this one. The poltergeist. The royal castle of Eternia is invaded by a poltergeist, a mischievous ghost who turns the royal court upside down. In fact, the poltergeist is a distant relative of the spirit of Grayskull, and it's trying to take mystic control of the kingdom. Rejected He-Man premises. So let's read one of them. Missing magician. After being chastised for his errant magic by Man-at-Arms, Orko runs away. He is pressed into service on one of Master's Space Valley slave ships. Man-at-Arms and He-Man must rescue him. And then there's ones to do with Untitled, Rejected He-Man Premises, Castle Grayskull Cutaways, and then there's a very fitting tribute to New Summer by James Eatock in it. But yeah, it's such a heavy book, but you could pick this up for about 20 quid, so about, I want to say about $30, but it's so worth it if you have any, with Christmas fast approaching as well, if you have anyone who loves their He-Man or loves their cartoons or things like that, nerd of the 80s, and looking at you, this is a must-have, you know. So put it on your Christmas, put it on your Santa list, and if you've been good, you might get it. So I just want to show that off, and I haven't even read half of this, you know. It's just a case of I know a bit about it, but obviously James Eatock is like the He-Man encyclopedia, as I like to call him. But yeah, it's just such a super read. So they both are, so they complement each other. But if you want to pick out something cheaper, go for the He-Man comic, and if you want to treat someone or treat yourself, go for this. Available on Amazon and other good, you know, so you may win that from the likes of Book Depository or whatever. So yes, make sure your favourite cartoon growing up and your favourite TV show today. And yeah, just do a video and things like that. And thank you very much for watching, and until next time.